Hey guys, it's Asha. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm actually so excited to be talking to you right now because I have been having every single camera lighting problem in the entire world. I've been trying to set up my setup for probably about the past 3 hours, so I am so excited that I'm actually talking to you right now. Today's video is going to be a hair care do's and don'ts. So I've got 10 altogether, 5 do's, 5 don'ts, and this is just for if you guys want to keep your hair really nice and healthy and shiny and grow it long if you'd like to. I have a bunch more hair care videos on my channel. If you'd like to check them out, I will link them up in the cards. And without further ado, let's get started. Number 10 is a don't. Don't wash your hair too often. This one can be really hard to tackle because I know if you are somebody who has gotten into the habit of washing your hair like every single day or every single second day, it can be really hard to break because your hair will get oily faster, but it's really bad for your hair if you're washing it too often. Your hair has natural oils that are there to help your hair grow, and if you're stripping it of those natural oils every single day or second day, it's really bad. I try not to wash my hair more than 2 times a week. Spent a couple of months only washing it 2 times a week. It's honestly going to be so good for your hair in the long run, and in the long run you won't have to wash it as often and it won't get greasy and oily as fast, and overall it's just going to be amazing for your hair. The next one is do, and that is do use a hair oil. You could pick any hair oil you like. I use coconut oil sometimes. The one I've been using, let me find it actually. The one I've been using recently is actually a skin serum, but I just use it in my hair because it's kind of like the same thing. And this is the Olive Skin Serum Anti-Aging Natural Moisturizer. It's just like an olive oil, so you can use it on your face. I just decided to use it on my hair. You could use a natural Moroccan oil if you want, but the amazing thing about hair oil is it's just going to stop your hair from breaking. So if you have really dry, brittle hair, it's going to be super prone to breakage, and you might find that the ends get gross and disgusting and break off really easily. If you use a hair oil, then that's just going to stop it from doing that. And I like to apply mine when I get out of the shower. You only need a tiny little bit. I focus on the ends of my hair because that's where my hair is the driest, and yeah, it's just going to help your hair to stay nice and healthy in the long run. Don't skip heat protectant. Please don't. It is the most important step. If you skip heat protectant, your hair is going to get so damaged and gross and disgusting and break off. This is the Tregear Heat Tamer Protective Spray. It is really, really affordable. I think it's about $7 Australian. I've gone through so many bottles of this. I've been using it for years. Would highly recommend. Yes, don't skip heat protectant, people. It is so important. And this one is a little bit of a different one that's come out recently, is reverse washing your hair. If your hair gets really oily really quickly, then this will be amazing for you. If you use conditioner first in your hair, it'll just help to hydrate your hair, and then the shampoo that you use after is going to take away any excess oil that might be left from the conditioner. Usually I apply my conditioner from about here down because otherwise my roots will get more oily and then I would feel like I have to wash my hair more frequently. It's just going to help get rid of that excess moisture that the conditioner might leave in your hair. Number 5 is a do, and this is sort of similar to the one I just mentioned, and that is skip conditioner. I feel like these days we're just prone to thinking that you have to shampoo your hair and then condition it, but if you're somebody who, like again I said, has really oily hair that gets super oily really fast, then just try skipping conditioner. Chances are that you don't need that excess moisture and oil in your hair, and if you just use shampoo, that will be enough to keep you going for the next couple of days, next week, so you don't have to wash your hair so frequently. Don't wear your hair in a messy bun too often. You think about it logically, when you put your hair in a messy bun, you're like scrunching up all of your hair, especially the ends, which are really prone to breakage, more so than the top of your hair, and sticking it up in a bun and wrapping this elastic around it. Of course, that is going to make your hair break more than what it would if you were just wearing it down. If I want to get my hair out of my face, sometimes I'll put it in a bun. I won't put it in a messy bun. I'll often like twist it like this and then put it up and pin it with a bobby pin, or I will put it in a braid, which is really good for your hair because you're not sticking it up in this big bun that's like damage. I mean, we all love messy buns, but just try not to do them too often. The next one is a do, and that is do use a wide tooth comb on your wet hair. I will never use a normal brush on my wet hair because the bristles are so fine. You think about it, you're like pulling down your hair, and when your hair's wet, it's really prone to breakage. So if you use a normal brush, you're going to pull it down, it's going to spring back up. Think of your hair as like a spring. I really hope I'm explaining this well. If you use a normal brush, you brush your hair, it'll spring back up, and that again is going to make your hair break more. So I use a wide tooth comb whenever I get out of the shower and want to brush my hair. Sometimes I actually won't brush my hair until it's dry. If you can wait for that long, then I would definitely recommend that. Don't wash your hair with overly hot water. So similar to when you have a bath and you have a bath in really hot water and you open up all of your skin and like your pores get really big because the water's hot. I don't know why it does that, but similar to your skin, that happens to your hair as well. So when you have really hot water on your hair, it opens up all of your hair follicles, and then the shampoo and the conditioner and all the products that you're putting in your hair are going to get right deep into your hair, and that is going to make it more prone to damage and breakage. Your hair is just really touchy when you put super hot water on it, and it can make your hair break, and it can make your hair super dry. So make sure that you're not using really hot water when you wash your hair. Try to use lukewarm water instead. The next do is rinse. Rinse. I sounded like a teacher or a mum then. Make sure you're rinsing your hair. Think about it this way. If you have your makeup on for the day and then you go to sleep with your makeup left on, that is obviously going to be so bad for your skin. Everybody knows that, and it is exactly the same with your hair. If you're washing your hair, putting all these products in your hair, and then not rinsing it out properly, your hair is going to build up with all these products, and it's just going to be really bad for it, and again, make it get oily quicker and make it prone to breakage and damage. And so when you're washing your hair, make sure you're rinsing everything out, because not rinsing everything out is exactly the same as sleeping with your makeup on. And the next don't is a pretty obvious one, but I feel like I'm actually a good candidate to show you guys exactly how this can happen, and that is if your main focus is wanting to have amazing, long, really healthy hair, don't dye it. Like, don't bleach your hair. Leave it naturally as it is. I used to have, you guys probably remember from my older videos, I had really long brown hair, and that was my natural hair color. I had a couple of highlights, but that was it. And probably about 10 months ago I dyed my hair blonde, and although my hair is still quite long and healthy, it's definitely not as long or as healthy as what it was when I hadn't dyed my hair. And it's just an obvious one. If you want your hair to be super healthy, then don't dye it. And I'm trying to weigh up at the moment what I'm going to do with my hair. I'm going to be dyeing it rainbow, but other than that, I'm trying to figure out later on what I want to do. If I want to grow it back brown again so I can have it super long and healthy, or if I want to keep it blonde. So yeah, so that is it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it and learned something that you hadn't already known about hair care. I would love any other hair care tips that you guys have that I didn't mention to be left in the comments section. Let's start a big conversation so we can all just have super healthy, amazing hair. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up for me, because it really does just help me out and help get my videos out there, and I will see you guys in my video next week. Bye!